Good morning, everyone. How is everybody doing this morning? Another beautiful start to the week. Another great Sunday morning. Hope all of you are doing well. I myself am doing pretty fabulous. Pretty boring time at work last night, so I had about 2 hours of downtime through Vanderbilt, through my medical billing job part thing, because he's a racist, and and he's super cocky. Yeah, you ought to go just look up why do people ask that question to any kind of AI or any kind of search engine, and you will be presented with lots of reasons. By the way, good morning, Mr. Mister. Good morning, Mr. Co-Bunny. Good morning, Mr. Michael. Mr. Ed. Good morning, Mr. Ed. Mr. Scott. Good to see you, sir. Ground Fog with the clap. I don't mean you personally got the clap, but Mr. Matt Maurer, Mrs. Brown Sugar. Hope y'all are all doing great. Good morning, Tristan. Yeah, there you go. That's a good summation of why for Mr. Michael. Morning, TC. All right. What did I carry last night? Well, I talked about this so much yesterday, I carried it in my front pocket. It was a Borka Marfione knife, so I thought, well, since I had that in the front pocket, I might as well have this in the back pocket, which is another Marfione knife. This one was Strider instead of Borka. But I had two awesomely comfortable heavy-duty user knives. They make a good combo. I'm still loving this thing. I probably sat there and played with it. I don't know. I probably opened and closed it on these washers a good 100 times last night. It makes such a great noise when it closes too. It's so solid feeling. Hopefully you can hear that since I got the microphone on, but somebody messaged me yesterday and asked me where to find one of these, and unfortunately they are no longer available on AliExpress. In my back left pocket I had my other Vespa. It was laying out. I felt like carrying it too, so it was a 3-knife night, 3-dog night, 3-knife night. So yeah, that's what I had. And then yesterday in the mail, I finally got this thing, this wild thing. Quite a few things to say about this knife. Well, the more I've had it, the more it's grown on me. The more I've handled it, the more it's grown on me. It's got some great features. Riot did a great job of manufacturing this knife. The texture is great. All the fit and finish is great. Jimping is great. I like the little curved jimping part. It makes it very easy to front flip. But it is a funky knife. It is super comfortable here. And it's very, very comfortable with this forward, like getting precision cuts. And man, it is sharp. Super sharp tip. But doing precision cuts, this thing would be awesome. It feels good here, except the ramp, it puts your hand out of place with the forward choil being ahead of the ramp. It makes you grip it kind of backwards. It's kind of like you wish you would, but I guess you could move all the way up to that one. But yeah, crazy looking shape. I love the hollow grind. I love the compound grind. And like I said, the more I've been using it, the more it's growing on me. It is super locked in everywhere you go to hold it. And it's just barely enough to get 4 fingers on behind the pivot. Of course, if you move up here, tons of room. But yeah, you know, not normally, it's one of those knives you have to look at for a little while and actually hold to appreciate its funkiness. But it is funky for sure. But $150 Riot made knife. Oh, I did have to tune it just a little bit. And I got it tuned just about perfectly where I want it. Where you just barely give it a little shake and it closes. Like I said, front flipper works great. Jimping works great. Both thumb studs work great. Super easy to open. So you can't beat it for $150. If you haven't had a Riot knife and you like the funky shape, I'd say grab one. Morning, Mr. Bob. How is everyone doing this morning? William said he's getting a Chavez Scapegoat Compact Automatic Red. That's a nice knife. Red aluminum. That's what in the world? Why is it doing that? Stop it. Oh, sorry. My mouse was freaking out. Let me see if I can find that knife Mr. William was talking about. He said, F it. We're about to get nuked anyway. I don't think we're going to get nuked. Ain't no nuking going on. Nukes ain't even real. Oh, how was your father-daughter dance? Was that last night or was that Friday night? I get mixed up. Sorry. Hope that was fun for you. Good, memorable moment for both of y'all. I'm guessing that's the one you're talking about, Mr. William. Morning, Mr. Pete. Yeah, I thought it might have been Friday night. That didn't make sense for it to be last night. School stuff is during the week. All right. Let's see. What are we going to talk about today? Oh, that burl wood looks pretty sweet. Oh, yeah. I had a couple more things to talk about. So I got in, and in no possible way do I want to think Mr. Cliff recommended a knife that I check out, and it was from this Elk Ridge company. And I'm not blaming him in the least bit, because I knew when I got a $20 fixed blade, you know, what I was going to have to deal with, especially one coming from China. But this is a $20 Amazon fixed blade from Elk Ridge, and I absolutely love the sheath and the handle, and the shape of the entire knife. I guess it's got elk ridge on there with an elk on the ridge. But yeah, the shape and the shape of the sheath is great, and the shape of the knife is great. It fits the hand perfectly. Very comfortable, but it is a $20 knife from China, so there's a little fit and finish issue. Some of these pins are a little bigger, and they sit a little proud. There's a little fit and finish issues here, kind of where they notched it to make it full tang. But the main problem with this knife, which isn't a problem for long, is that it came extremely dull. Yeah, it is pretty bad as far as dullness goes. What is this? But it's really bad. Like it won't cut anywhere, anything. Even your hand. I'm not gonna press down crazy hard, but it is definitely not sharp. I'm pressing down fairly hard. It's got a huge edge on it, so I will sharpen it up. I don't even know what kind of blade steel it is, honestly. Oh, thank you, William. But as far as the Bowie style and the shape of this thing, it ought to be a heck of a knife once I get an edge on it. The only other problem I foresee is once I get an edge on it, every time you put it in here, it's one of those sheaths that needs to be flattened out a little bit. It's gonna rub and take off your edge because it's kind of tight. I need to like flatten this down so that it's got a little bit more room in there. So I might wet it down and like clamp it. But once I put an edge on it, I'm sure it'll be fine. I plan to put it through its paces to see how it keeps the edge. Alright. But $20, you can't beat it. And they can only do that in China. So we will check back with that knife after I get it sharpened, which won't be too far away. I'll probably do it today. I like sharpening knives. And putting an edge on that one won't be too difficult. So another thing I realized is that I need to stop buying knives like this. I either need to stop buying nice knives or reevaluate how I feel about my knives being used. I so wish I was one of those people who could treat a knife just like a tool and just use it and not care about how it looks. But I'm just not that kind of person, and it bothers me when I get scratches and marks on my knives. Certain knives are made for that. Certain knives are not, in my book. And for some reason, I keep buying knives that I think will scratch an itch that I have for having nicer knives. But then I realize that I'm not going to carry it the same. I'm not going to use it the same. And I finally realized, I thought it was the cost. I thought it's because these are high cost knives. And that I just don't feel comfortable taking a knife that retails for $800 and beating it up. But really, it's the kind of style of knife, because I'm not worried about. This knife was pretty close to the same price as this knife, but this knife I will use and carry and not worry about getting marked up, because it's more of a tough use knife. And so what I've kind of realized is that my style is more of a tough use, and like dainty, beautiful, prissy knives are not what I want to carry on a daily basis. Yes, it's cool to have them, but I feel guilty just for having something for the sake of having it, instead of using it. So like in the case with the Sonora that I got, I wanted to pass it along to somebody who would appreciate it more, because it wasn't going to do anything for me but sit around, collect dust. And that's kind of how I feel about this one. I kind of need to pass it along to somebody who will enjoy it better. and stop buying knives like this and buy more knives like this. So I think there's something to be said about finding what you want out of a knife and sticking to that look and aesthetic when you're doing your purchases. Because I thought, it kind of does have to do with price. I can't buy, I wish I had enough money to buy $800 knives like they were $150 knives. But I'm not that wealthy, so I can't do that. So when I buy something that originally cost $800, I treat it like it's gold. And that's not right in some senses. I mean, I guess everybody that collects something has stuff that that means something to them, and they don't use it. They kind of just look at it. But I don't know. It's a subject that you don't really think about until you start moving up into higher priced knives. But like I said, I wish I was one of the people that just used my knives and didn't care, because Nick has said lots of times that he loves when his knives get marked up. Like snails, snails that come up on titanium. He loves when they get that way. And I like when they're done that way on purpose so that you can't see anything else, like some of those apocalyptic finishes. But if it's supposed to look, I don't know. So I guess I just need to reevaluate my collecting, period. But a 2.5 ounce knife, this knife just feels, it's probably strong and it's probably not going to hurt it to use it. But I feel like I would break it. Almost like it just feels different than this knife. I mean, I guess that has a lot to do with weight. I've never been just a super ultralight knife guy, but this knife only being 2.5 ounces is pretty crazy, because it's, I showed a comparison. This knife right here, even though it's got nice milling and weight reduction and a much smaller blade, much smaller everything, is 3 ounces, and this one is 2.5 ounces. So like even this knife feels way stronger and more durable than this knife. I'm scared of light knives, I guess. They don't seem like, and I know everything about the materials of this knife. It's titanium. I've tried to bend a super thin titanium sheet, and it's super hard to bend. So I know in reality, this knife is going to last through whatever I do to it. But I don't know. It's just something about mental. It's all about getting your mind right, I guess. So yeah, I don't know the fate of this knife yet. I don't know if I bought it just to look at it and pass it along, kind of like I did the Sonora, but I don't know. Kind of makes you think. And there's lots of people who can spend money like that and can buy $800,000 knives like they're $100 knives. But something about my mind just makes them change the more they cost. Except for like with this one, I don't know. I think because it's DLC coated that helps with this knife, because I don't feel like it's going to take marks and show them that much. Even, and the way this is textured, it kind of, I don't think it would show marks either. So I don't know. But this knife, once again, made me reevaluate my whole thoughts on collecting. And I kind of just keep going back to these awesome $100 knives that I get, and some of these awesome Kaisers and Remets, $150 knives that feel better to me and more useful to me. So I don't know. I don't know what's in store for my collecting in the future. I like checking out knives, so I guess there's nothing wrong with buying a knife that I get a good deal on. checking it out, passing it along to someone who will appreciate it better. But as far as knives I want to keep and use myself, it's probably more like these. I don't know. Weird. I've always been one to take care of my stuff also. Yes, Sever, I'm going back and reading some of the comments. Sever said he loves having knives that he doesn't use. Owning them is satisfying enough for me, and I have dedicated users. So, yeah, that's a good point, but then I almost feel like guilty for just like hoarding. I feel like a hoarder, like, because there's somebody out there that this is their like dream knife, and they would carry it, they would use it. And since they are limited, I don't know, I almost feel guilty for it. I mean, there's no reason I should. I got a good deal on it. I bought it. Other people passed it up. So it's not like I did anything wrong on acquiring it, but I don't know. Maybe I need to start attending more knife shows, so then I can feel and touch knives that I sometimes buy just to be able to touch it and feel it. And maybe I could scratch that itch by touching more knives. Maybe I need to get on some of those pass-around groups. I've passed by a bunch of those. Maybe that would let me feel more knives that I don't have to buy necessarily. Everything I'm able to touch, I bought myself. There's been just very few knives that people have sent me to check out. I've never asked. It's kind of like just showing my own stuff. But there are lots of those nice pass-around groups that let you be able to experience knives and not spend money on them. So, I don't know. It's just an interesting topic. Morning, B Shady. Morning, Big Mark. Morning, Sever. Morning, Waylon. Yeah, I don't know. And then I buy knives like this that aren't really my style, but then the more I use them, the more I grow to appreciate things about this knife, even the wild funkiness of it. And the materials feel really nice, and I've got it tuned perfectly. And now, I used to would have cared. Most Riots are like $300 to $400. So the fact that I got a Riot for $150 lets me know that I feel like I could bang this one up and use it all to death and not feel bad about it. Whereas like this one right here, this Pena Knives is one of the Riot made knives that a little nicer, that I kind of want to keep in the shape it's in, but only because it costs more, which is silly. Like, I don't know, I've got to get past the cost thing, or I'm gonna have a bunch of knives that don't get carried and don't get used that should. I don't know. It's made me rethink some things. I'm not going to change too much, but I don't know that I'm going to buy many more, like, and maybe it's certain brands. Like, there's certain knives that I consider in this kind of category This knife fits in the same category to me as like all of the well, I'm trying to think. Like, Rob Johnson was always one of those like Grail type nicer knife. You know, I like all his, but all the Holt stuff, the Holt Spectre, the Holt Haptic, that's the kind of category I think of this knife in, and I probably need to stop buying those kind of knives. Even though I love the way they look, and I don't know, maybe I need to buy all of them and just not use them and put them up. Maybe I need to find great deals on all those knives that I want, because I still think they're beautiful knives. I love this knife, and I kind of appreciate the fact that it's so light because of what the manufacturing it took and the details it took to get it this light, and all the nice milling and custom stuff they did. And so I don't know, I just need to gain a better appreciation for it, I guess, and not expect so much out of it. I expect it to be like, like this knife, when it's not like this knife. It's a totally different kind of style of knife. I don't know. But there's a few knives that I consider in this kind of category. You've seen lots of the ones that I like, the Skiff Asylums and the Holts, and probably the Protean falls in that category, probably the Rosie. All right. We do have a wheel to spin. So, I don't know at what point of the video we do that at. I do have it all ready to go. There were 20 people that commented yesterday in the video that got entered to win. There's also somebody created a new Chinese knives subreddit that's not private. It's Chinese_knives instead of just Chinese knives. So it's this one right here. So this group is now public. And I'm not even a member of it yet. But you can go and see. A lot of people are cross-posting between the two. So I am able to show it again on stream. And I do have it added to my knives feed. Wow, that's a cool looking knife. Some of those file knives turn out really good. I love how they left the pattern. Some pretty wood too. Yeah, Koenig, I do like a lot of their stuff too. That's in the same category. First time anodizing. All right then. Well, we're 30 minutes in. That's a good time to spin the wheel. So I did add, I added everybody in the order that they showed up in the video. So I went through and watched, viewed all the comments. And so this is the order that people joined yesterday, starting with Mr. Bob, Mr. John, Mr. TC, Waylon, Mr. Paul, Miss Brown Sugar, Tristan, Ill Knives, William, Thomas, Dwayne Letterman, Laid Off Pete, Starship Hunter, Sever, Robin, Ghost Keeper, Matt Maurer, Audioitis, and Cat Scratch. Cat Scratch came in at the end, said hello to everyone. So I added everybody in the order they came, and I'm not going to shuffle it. I'm going to leave it the way it is. I am going to, let's see. I am going to make it a little longer. Seems like this spin time does not work. We'll do the cinematic at the end. Now let's see. Alright. That's pretty funny. After spin, we'll do the fanfare. I like that one. It's just a... Alright. We're spinning for episode 450 giveaway. It was yesterday. Episode 450 was. Alright. Got all that set up. Ready to spin. Good luck, everybody that's on the wheel. And I will tell you what you've won at some point. I've got a few knives that I got new that I need to I don't like so much as I thought I would, so I thought I might re-gift them. Thank you, Mr. Pete. Alright, let's get this thing spun. Y'all ready? 3, 2, 1, go. That was definitely not 60 seconds. It's probably about half that. Projectiles are sharp. Ill Knives. Congratulations, Mr. Tristan. All right. Well, I'm going to bet that Mr. Tristan will be around to claim it. So I probably don't need to spin a backup spin. But we'll remove his name and turn this turn it down to like 30 seconds. We'll do a backup just to see. like that music. Who is the first loser? Thomas McDonald? Dwayne Letterman? Alright. Well, there's a backup just in case. Congratulations, Tristan. So, I'll have to get with you and see if you have this knife or if you like this knife. But this is one of the ones that I got recently. It's one of the new Kaiser knives, and even though it's a Kaiser, and I probably should keep it for my Kaiser collection, I thought I might pass it along. I'm not guaranteeing that this would be one that you would win, but I've got a few in this range that they don't fit. I don't like it. It's too much black. I don't know. I think I need to get rid of this one. So you might have just won this. I haven't carried it. I did shoot a video of it. And possibly something else. But let me know if you've got one. First, I need to hear from you. You probably disappeared on us, but I talked to you on chat yesterday, so I'm pretty sure I can get a hold of you to let you know you won. But yeah, we'll talk about it. Yeah, I should find out if the thumb studs are titanium and make them purple, huh? They're not titanium. What about swapping them out for some Damascus ones that I've got? But yeah, they should have made the thumb studs purple for sure. And the clip. And the pivot. Alright. So, congratulations. Thank y'all for 450 awesome episodes. I will be doing a members giveaway sometime today. I have not gotten that wheel made up, but I will make it up. And it won't count. It'll be members as of yesterday. Even though if you want to join, you're welcome to, but you'll be in the next members giveaway. So, yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Alright. Let's go back over here and look at some more stuff going on. Let's see. What did I hear about that was coming out? Dang it. I heard about... Oh, yeah. I posted this link in the links in Discord, but these AWT Shaman skinny scales are on sale for $39.99. If any of you have been wanting some of those. I think the only one available is the blue. But that was a deal I meant to show yesterday. Let's see. let's go over and see what Blade HQ has new this week. They always show a video. Let's go to new arrivals first. So yeah, these pair of threes with the diamond mesh G10 are on sale. That's a great price. And I like the new handles they picked. But yeah, Magna Cut for $209, pair of three, can't beat that. I like how they've kind of started coming down a little bit in their prices. Instead of starting out at $300, they're trying to do around the $200 more, which is pretty awesome. Got some Malibus, Scapegoat. There's the one Mr. William was talking about. Second one over there, that red one. Let's see what else we got that just showed up. Hawk deadlocks. For all of you itching to spend $3,500. I talk about one, but see, that one has the weapon blade on it, which is what OTFs are good for, but yet it doesn't wiggle at all. So my whole talk about using an OTF as a regular knife is kind of pointless. Oh yeah, this one's getting a ton of press. The new Thai Slim. A lot of people love thinner knives, and if this one is anywhere close to the same thickness as the Parallel was, which I think it is, by looking at the end of it here, I would not enjoy it, but I'm sure a lot of you would. A lot of people have been talking about that knife. Great knife for that price. 154 cm, you know, it's getting used a lot more nowadays, and I think they need to either bring the price down just a little more or use a different blade steel. Nothing wrong with 154 cm. I love it. And if we can believe all these clones that are coming out of China, most all of them are 154 cm now. So this one is supposed to be a 154 cm, so there's nothing wrong with it. But they're able to do these for around $90 with the same blade steel. So $140 seems maybe $20 too high. I know they can't compete with China's prices, but they can get a little closer. But that being said, that is an awesome knife for that price. Titanium, top liner lock, 3-inch blade, super comfortable. And you can probably find it for cheaper than that. Blade HQ is not usually the cheapest available. And they do offer it in some different styles, so if you like the black blade and the darker handles, you can get that as well. Mr. Bob just said something, asked if I'd seen the Devo nipple. Oh, this was a year ago. Those were the prototypes. Yeah, that is what it looks like. It looks like a top liner lock Jaeger. Dang. That's pretty wild. Is it designed by... Did Brian Brown do anything to make that knife? Because, man, does it look like that knife. I mean... Now, why don't people say that he copied something? Because that's a little uncanny. What is the cost of quality in-house heat treat? Yep. Man, that looks like... Why don't people say that he just copied a knife? That was a whole year ago. Pretty wild. Prototypes. I mean, I like what I've seen of the Devos. I'm not hating on them at all. Copy whatever knife you want to copy. I mean, that's just part of the thing that I talk about all the time. But I'm surprised all these purists don't say he's copied the Brian Brown knife. What do we got here? That's the nip slip. So how long before it comes out? And it's the nipple nip light. That's the nip light. Let's see. Dropping. Devo Instagram. Devo Knives Instagram. Well, all right. Oh, so they started out with the smaller one. What day is it dropping? Mr. John asked. Yeah, that's going to be an awesome knife. Awesome forward choil. Awesome top liner lock. Cool blade shape. It's got a different kind of little... It's got a different end down here. Yeah, that little... Oh, that's a swedge, I'm guessing. It's just in the shadows. Okay. I think that is a swedge. I think the blade continues all the way to here. Just the way I was looking at it. Oh, I know it wasn't the first. Chris Spanks. Brian Brown doesn't do drops very often, huh? Sounds like he's I think he does more collabs than anything. And production runs. I guess he does customs, you know, and then he licenses out, and he does a bunch of customs, I guess. There's an integral, man. That's a nice one. There's Big Mark. Shout out Big Mark. I think he works on his customs mainly. And then every now and then he'll drop one, like he dropped the Raptor Integral not long ago. But I think he sticks doing customs. Oh, you mean Brown Knives? The FSD and stuff? I don't know about them. Not sure how often they do drops. It looks like these pre-orders, might have finished up the pre-order. Looks like they have some XLs and some minis for the Cortex. That's all they're working on right now. Craig Brown, is that right? About Craig Brown, an aerospace engineer. So, yeah, that's a great case of why I got the knife, get the knives I get, because I love his stuff too, but I love the $100 instead of $850. Yeah, I've got a Cortex XL. I've got a few of them. I've got these. I don't have a real one. I had it on the video yesterday compared to this one. Yeah, but I'm not paying $750 for a QC card. You don't like knives. You like swords and cold steel stuff. Big giant stuff. Why would you buy a $1,000 knife when you could buy a couple of $500 swords? Good morning, Christopher. By the way, if y'all hadn't hit the like button, I invite you to do so. Hey, Tristan, did you hear that you won the giveaway? I think you stepped away for a little while, but you were the winner of the giveaway. I'll get with you to get your address. and to figure out what kind of knife to get to you, or knives plural. I'll probably send you a couple of extra just because. Yep, you won the spin. Good morning, Cliff. No, they don't do Evo clones. The Borka is, because I'm not paying $4,000 for this either. This one doesn't have the, I've got one that has the branding, but this one doesn't have the branding. This one is a fake. This one is not. This is the Evo 1.1. On the table, the only two, well, there's four. There's four, these two and these two. Oh, and this one. Oh, and all these down at this end, those right there are fake. And these are all real. This is real. We got 5 fakes and 5 reals. And 6 reels, because this one's real too. Yeah, I love this knife. I've really gotten to where after I got the BGM regrind on this one, I love this one too. I just wish the lock bar access was better. But the BGM hollow grind, but those are very similar. A little bit difference on the blade. But size-wise, they're real close. I love that thing too. Oh, dang it. I only had 4 clones and 6 real ones. I don't know why I put that over there, because you were talking about it. I don't know. I got confused. Yeah, I wish my Evo, I wish I could get this knife for $100. But I guess there is honor amongst thieves. Kevin John, the people at Kevin John were respected well enough that when they went over to CKF, they won't copy those knives. What kind of case you looking at? Oh, a little wall mount case. Oh, that reminds me. So that one site that I show y'all, that My Vipon site, they had, I don't know if there was a deal or if it was just a, well, but they had a couple of nice cases on here. Let's see if they still have them. Because they held quite a few more knives than that one. Where are we at? Scrolling. Yeah, I think they're gone now. They had a couple of $60 cases that were like the... Yep, they're gone now, so never mind about that. That one is pretty cool. I don't think it would hold, but a few knives. Desk. Yeah, so they had some like these right here, and I think they were probably close to the same price. I think they were already on sale. The 5-tier one. That's more like for watches and knives. Some of these are pretty cool though. I like that one because it's got the deep shelves on the top and a drawer. That one's pretty cool too. 25% off. There's one with 3 like deeper shelves. That one's pretty cool too. 10% coupon on it. Around $52, something like that. That one looks like it holds. What am I seeing here? Okay, each shelf holds 9 knives, I guess. Is that what I'm seeing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on each shelf. Oh no, I'm not seeing that. I'm just seeing air vents. So it's little. Oh wow. Yeah, that one's not the greatest, for sure. I have one kind of like this for my watches that I use for watches. Does anybody have one of the nice homes in Hatfield? Is that the name of? I can't spell. Is it Hatfield? Yeah, so these I don't feel like are worth it. But for that size, but if you got lots of money, that's a nice one too. And then there's the what's that one with the rotating knife display case? I don't know what it's called. What is that one called that's automated and this thing? What is that thing called? Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. I could probably look at the chat and figure it out. Roto Select. Roto Select. So that thing's pretty wild too. Elevate your carry. It'd be cool if he could make them stackable. I don't know. See you later, Cliff. How much are these? $300. And how many do they hold? Uh, four inserts. I think so he's got different size inserts for different. Man, I could get the 3D printer files for that and print it for about $6.92. I wonder, somebody has got to have 3D printed that. Yeah, I don't like, I think it's ugly too. It needs to be stackable. I'm not a big fan of it either. I don't like the big window. If you're going to do something like this, I need it to like have a little tray and it like vending machines my knife to me. Like I need it to slide out in a little felt lined tray. I need to type a button. I need a digital readout. I need to type in the knife I want for that day, and I need it to slide into a little velvet tray. I don't want to rotate it myself with the gear for $300. So, I got you there, Mr. Tristan. I'm there with you. Roto select 3D STL files. All right. Yeah. Somebody Roto click, Roto zip. Yeah. I need to get into my connections, underground connections, and see if anybody has rotating knife case. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on Thingiverse. They would be, what about modular knife case? Whoops. Dang it. Modular knife. Alright. Huh. Somebody has got to have done the files. Modular battery case. What about just knife case? Or a case knife? Yeah, I'll have to do some research and see if anybody's come up with some cool files, because Thingiverse just has a bunch of the free stuff. Colts 3D has a lot of the paid models. So do a few other places. That's pretty funny. That's all you need. Yeah, alright. Oh well. We'll stop looking at crazy 3D printed stuff. Let's go back over here. Let's see what they got. Let's go to the coming soon. See what we got coming soon. Those Magpul ones seem like they've been up there forever. Jack Wolf's Pioneer. What, is that a slip joint? No, it's a fixed blade. Man, I wasn't even paying attention. That is a fixed blade, huh? That's why it's got such a long... That's interesting. Has he done many fixed blades, or is this the first one? Someone posted a knife like this one that they found at a pawn shop, and they were asking if it was legit or not, and I was like, why? It was like $120, and I was like, why would you want to buy that to begin with? But who out there is just looking at this knife and just being like, man, I gotta have that thing? Like, that is so me. I don't know, to each their own, but I just couldn't imagine looking at that knife and saying, man, I've been waiting on that one to come out. Can't believe it's only $97. They've got some weird knives in their rotation. Those Charismas, though, those are weird. See what else we got. What is this little thing? Double detent? Oh, it's the purr. Yeah, that's the one with the cat. We saw that one at Blade Show, I think. There's a karambit for Mr. Bob. Exoskeleton. A gravity karambit. Well, that's pretty wild. There's a nebula. Elementum. Crossbar lock. No, thank you. I really do think I am done with crossbar locks for the most part. You have to be something special. That purr. Yeah, that's, I don't know. I kind of like that one, but the handle seems a little too skinny for me. It's a watermelon knife. Liner locks are the thing about liner locks. Top button actuated liner locks are slowly becoming my favorite. But I prefer the liner lock to be like this Remet Camel, to where you can push the liner lock yourself or use the button. But if you can't reach the liner lock, I don't see why it should be a liner lock. Like, if you can't just manually do it like this, then why are they calling it a liner lock when the liner is totally hidden in here? I get it. It's still got a liner. It's still functioning the same way. But let me access my liner. But button actuated liner locks are becoming my favorite. And then button actuated frame locks are pretty dang nice too. But yeah, give me my frame lock that I can activate as normal. And then add a button just for kicks. But I hate when they, like these, this is a button actuated liner lock, but you can't get to the liner. I want to push the liner. So, but the good, I meant to say, the good thing about liner locks is they're great for lefties because you're not going to lock yourself out like with a frame lock. So this frame lock is not the greatest for lefties. And if you're going to make just an all-around good design, liner locks seem to work better for lefties. But button liner locks and button frame locks are the way to go in my book. It just adds a little extra bit of fidgety. Because everybody can you can, but when you can't access the liner or the frame lock, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, so a lefty can take a liner lock of any knife, and get used to it. And what's funny to me is one of my favorite knives that's come out this year, or that I've gotten this year, is the FSDs, the mini FSD with the button, and the full size FSD. Trying to find one. But this knife right here is a liner lock, but it's got the button, so now I know what it's like to be a lefty, because they put the button on the other side on these knives, and I actually prefer it this way because you get to use your pointer finger. So if I was a lefty, this knife would be the same way. You get to use your pointer finger, and it's just like I don't know, I like using your pointer. You can grab the knife, you can hold on to the knife better by gripping it with your thumb than having to push the button with your thumb. So I would almost prefer a right-handed knife if I was a lefty, what I'm getting at, because I prefer the locks on these to the button up here. The button up here, you have to use your thumb, which is your gripping finger, to push the button, which means you're kind of not holding the knife as firmly as you could. But with this one, you can grip it with your thumb and get a good grip on it, and then use your pointer finger. And it seems, I don't know, but these knives are like, I feel I can relate to lefties because of these knives, because the button is on the other side. And these knives for lefties would be like a regular button lock. I can't even open a knife with my left hand hardly. But when lefties are using this knife, it's like a regular button lock. But the pointer finger is better because you get a good grip with your thumb. Having to use your thumb to press the button means you're having to let loose of the knife. So this backwards button feels great. Good morning, Nick. Morning, Ill Knives. Mister, what did you send a video link to? Oh yeah, that's
Today they are a
yeah, that's a good video. If y'all haven't seen that,
multi-million-dollar titan of the everyday carry world. Their iconic arachnid logo is recognized globally, resting in the pockets of blue-collar tradesmen and elite special operations forces alike. But back in 1978, the Spyderco headquarters wasn't a pristine, state-of-the-art corporate manufacturing facility. It was a converted, beaten-up Volkswagen bread delivery truck with a temperamental engine that barely ran. Meet the architects of this empire, Sal and Gail Glesser. In the beginning, they weren't even selling knives. They were grueling, traveling pitchmen, driving from county fair to state fair, living entirely out of that cramped bread truck. Their first product was a bizarre, multi-jointed soldering contraption that resembled a mechanical spider, which they aptly named the portable hand. It was this strange industrial...
Yeah, go check out that video. Nick, yeah, to answer your question, no, but it's one I've been wanting to check out. I think I like the shape of the blade better on it than I do on the one I got. Let's go look at the blade shape. Yeah, that one I like better than the one I've got. I would have rather found a Steed than this Meteor because I don't like this blade shape. So I wish this Meteor had that Steed blade. But yes, I love the Steed and I want to get one. I love how the button sits down below the flush with the handle. Like, I think I would love that knife. But they only have a couple versions I would like. It's a problem again with that two-tone. So I think I have to go with that one. That's the only one that I can buy. Can't buy that one. Can't go with the black blade, so all four of those are out. So I don't like green. I don't like pink. So that's the only one that I could possibly buy. But that's my drop point, my favorite blade shape. This Meteor has like more of a stabby spear point, you know, kind of blade. What happened to my YouTube live control panel? I hope we're still streaming. Yeah, I wish they would quit doing the two-tone stuff on everything. Like, why do they have to... Why can't they just make a solid knife anymore? Two-tone, carbon fiber, yay! My favorite. No, I'm just a plain... I just want plain titanium, like... I'm boring. I like the new Rhino too a lot. The only thing I don't like about the Rhino is it doesn't have the forward choil. So it's one of those that just got a sharpening choil. But I like the Rhino a lot too, and it's got the front flipper. So I could see myself getting one of those blue Rhinos. Blue Rhino. But I found myself being drawn. This one doesn't have. This one has a flat area up here, so you can choke up on it. But I just find myself being led towards one with a nice forward choil. I don't know. Lots of my knives that I really like have a good forward choil. Including both of these that I just talked about liking. That one. The Stitch has a nice one. The Evo has a nice one. The T1 has one, but they could have done a better job on it. They could have rounded out that corner and made it more comfortable. This has one. Super comfortable. I just like in front of the pivot. All right. Once again, congratulations to Mr. Tristan for winning the giveaway. Start winding this one down. Go enjoy my Sunday afternoon. I've got to, let's go look and see what else, if any of these other ones have a forward choil. All right, so this one does. That's the camel that I was just showing. Great knife. Can't beat this knife for 38 bucks. And you can get it for cheaper than that on Amazon. But if you want to try out a button actuated liner lock that you can actually reach the liner, this is an excellent knife. Good forward choil. Great knife. This one has a flat spot again. So the Cool Leopard I could deal with, probably because of that flat spot. That's almost like a forward choil. But yeah, just give me some plain knives. You can put some milling on it, but I don't need carbon fiber on everything. Yeah, the Camel's a great knife. Brown Sugar, enjoy your day, ma'am. Thank y'all for being here with me. Did I change the episode number to 451 on this one today? I don't even remember. Whoops. I think I did. Sorry about that. My camera messed up and locked up again, so hopefully, I don't know if I'm connected or not. It sounded like it crashed. Maybe I'm still there, maybe I'm not. Anyway, hope y'all have a great Sunday. See y'all tomorrow morning. Peace.